So after spending about 110 hours inside of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I'm finally comfortable enough to give my full review and finishing the story. Overall, I thought it was a wonderful game. It was a great experience that just had a few problems that I felt left it kind of shy of that perfect score, perfect masterpiece product. I thought the way that they built up the story, the way that they expanded upon the story of the original was really good. Was there a few unnecessary parts? Yes, there was a few things that I thought dragged on too long. One of the things I've called out is Costa del Sol was like 3 hours long. There was no need to make that small section that long. And honestly, it just wasn't all that interesting. But the way, especially the way that the characters work, and a lot of that I call out with the voice acting. I thought the voice acting is one of the best voice casts I have seen in games in years. Shout out to Brianna White, who did Aerith. But everyone did a great job. Like, I just, and so, especially like those last couple hours, everything is on the top of its game. I also liked how it expanded upon the world, and it really built up, things that were just kind of throwaway areas are now these big, lush, vibrant regions that you love to explore, and you love to get in and figure out these little nooks and crannies, and it made kind of finding these collectibles and the world intel and stuff kind of like an Ubisoft game, but better. That was wonderful. Now, unfortunately, there are a couple of areas where the traversal kind of started to feel annoying because, like, especially in the Gongaga and the Cosmo Canyon area, it kind of started feeling like environmental puzzles where you had to figure out how to get to certain areas. But other than that, I thought the way that they let you and encouraged you to explore this world was wonderful. Now, I did also have a couple of big problems with the game. One is that not only were there a lot of mini games, which I've talked about before on my social media and stuff, there is, but like right as I was like, okay, I got to the end, to be fair, the mini game cadence does start slowing down as you start getting to through the second half of the game. It starts going, okay, this is not nearly as bad. But when you get to the end, when you get to that point right before it's like, hey, finish what you need to before finishing the story. And then it kind of did this, oh, now do everything in hard mode. I was like, okay, fine. And then right around the time you finish everything in hard mode, because I'm a completionist, which that's not against the game, that's on me. But as soon as you finish everything on hard mode, then you get that final side quest that's like, okay, now do all the gold saucer stuff, but on even harder mode. And that's kind of where I went, okay, guys, let's not double and triple down on our mini games here. But other than that, and also the ending, and this is a spoiler-free review, so I'm not going to, if you want to hear my full spoiler-free thoughts, I am going to be doing an open spoiler bonus episode of the podcast on Apple, Amazon, and Google Podcasts, and it'll be on the YouTube as well, and it's coming out this Thursday, so you can listen to that this Thursday. But I will say the ending is overly ambiguous, and I kind of understood what they were going for with it, but it's overly ambiguous, and it's just kind of like subverting expectations just for subverting expectations' sake, and that kind of ruined it for me, but not enough to kind of just collapse the whole game. But overall, I thought that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was an incredible experience. It was an incredible game. I'm glad I played it. I'm glad I made it all the way through the story and did the majority of the side content. And this just leaves me more excited for part 3, hopefully in 2027. I'm still thinking it's going to be a 2028 release, but that's for a whole nother video. But if you want to read the full review, go ahead and go to Everything Entertainment Network and go ahead and like and subscribe this video while you're here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on Thursday for the open spoiler video.